to this short video, during which I'll give you an overview of the operation of your hot water heater and give you tips on how to resolve common problems. There are a few brands of water heaters, but other than some design features, they work in a very similar way. Upon removing the panel, one notices the burner assembly, the gas valves, the combustion chamber, and some of the control and safety components. This model can use either gas or electricity to heat water. When the gas mode is switched on, the water heater will begin a cycle during which the gas valves open and the igniter generates sparks to light the propane gas. When the flame lights, the heating will continue until the water in the tank reaches the temperature programmed into the thermostat, about 135 degrees Fahrenheit or 57 degrees centigrade. If the gas has not lit during the lighting sequence, the control system will turn it off after about 7 seconds to let the gases dissipate. The water heater can go through 2 more cycles before going into lockout mode. To exit this mode, turn the water heater gas switch to off, then switch it back on. To use the electric mode, turn the water heater's electric switch to on. Note that with some models, the switch will be located in the coach. Some water heaters do not have provisions for electrical operation. Here then are some of the problems you may encounter and some of the ways you can solve them. You flip the water's gas switch and nothing happens. Make sure you have a good 12-volt power supply by turning a ceiling light on. Do they come on? Are they dim? If the lights are okay, check the fuses in your electrical panel. At your water heater, check that the safety devices have not tripped. If, after making these tests, your water heater is still not working, you'll need the help of one of our qualified technicians. The gas switch is on and you hear the clicking, but the water heater does not light after 3 attempts. Check your gas supply. If you suspected a problem with the gas, I'm sure you've already checked that the tanks were full and that the valves were open. But there's also a device in each tank connector that cuts off the flow in case of a catastrophic break in the gas distribution system. The safety device consists of a spring-loaded ball that blocks the gas conduit in case of excessive flow. This system is sometimes triggered when a propane tank is reconnected and the valve is too quickly opened. To correct this situation, close the valve, wait a few minutes, and slowly reopen the valve. Another problem can be inadequate pressure. To test this, let's go to the kitchen. Light the front burner on the stove. This flame is getting good pressure. If yours seems weak or vacillates excessively, the pressure in your system is probably too low for your gas appliances. Your best course of action is to have a certified technician adjust or replace your unit's gas regulator and check the gas distribution system for contamination. If you've determined your gas supply is good, you may remember smelling gas or hearing small explosions during previous light-up attempts. Before trying again, turn the water heater's gas switch off and close the valves at the tanks. Inspect the burner and its tube for obstructions. Insects sometimes build nests in the tube, which then interferes with the gas flow. Find a small brush or use compressed air to blow out any debris. You've turned on the electrical mode, but get no water heating. Is your coach plugged in? The electric mode only works when the trailer is plugged into a 120 volt power supply. Some trailers are equipped with 2 switches for the water heater's electric mode, and both must be turned on for power to reach the heating element. Check the water heater's breaker in the electrical panel and the safety devices at the water heater. Perhaps you've turned on the water heater's heating element before the tank was full of water. If so, that may have overheated the element and it needs replacement, a job usually done by a technician. The water heater works, but the water is not very hot. The most frequent cause of this condition is an open bypass valve. When you reset the normal water flow in the spring, don't forget to close the bypass valve. Otherwise, hot and cold water will mix. A less frequent cause of water mixing is at a shower, when both valves are open and the flow is cut off at the shower head. A properly functioning gas appliance is also a matter of safety. So if you haven't solved your problem, don't hesitate to call on the LUKEWARM service team.
Vivez vos rêves de plein air chez LUKEWARM.